Alright, hey Ron. Robert. Share description. Make sure you're in the desired Discord channel. Start broadcasting. It should be broadcasting now. Robert. It should be broadcasting now. Can you see it? Yeah, I can now. Alright, then you might have to just go to my YouTube then. Alright. Huh? Oh, seriously? Damn. Yeah, it is. So, can you see it? Are you able to watch it? Alright, so you're watching? Yeah. Ugh. So, I lost against the, South. No, not the Falcons, the Eagles.
As he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Saints and the Chiefs on Monday night.
I don't even know what the Chiefs are. Oh, they're 2-2. What? Hey, give me a sec.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the... Now three-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one.
Yeah, and you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. No with a sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr, quarterback, in his 11th NFL season now and 2nd in black and gold.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point.
This is definitely a wide.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Brian Brzee in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Play action. Now it's Carr. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
3rd and 20. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Lou Hedley now. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Go, take it to the house.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Mahomes now to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
When you look at this Saints defense,
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall pass.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. Oh, nice move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after, good by Groupie.
And it's now 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week.
15 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And that is incomplete here.
You look at this Saints defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chase Young
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 10. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now Carr. And got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Groupie for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And out come the Chiefs now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Carr. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. "21-0 our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Olave over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause. We've got an injured player.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Here's Groupie for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So nothing doing there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Pete Werner. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. The Saints offense and Chris Olave getting set to take over once more.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable.
There he goes right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Saints have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped. Of the 30-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one play.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Chris Olave
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next position.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Look at the big man rumble.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Juwan Johnson
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Saints just continue to roll. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to go again.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Open man right side is Rice. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Chiefs on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are able to claw one back.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like, oh, this is blocked. The Saints have got it. The big fella. And he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection that led to the block.
The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for this next one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
And no hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are able to at least get one score back.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one.
That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
The
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. To throw, it's Carr. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ced Wilson, 61 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Groupie able to add the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Mahomes now to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. Jonathan Brooks, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies and check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Alexander Mattison, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Baker Mayfield leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
For the Saints, this is why they signed him. They got a strong performance from their quarterback, Derek Carr. He had a half for the ages. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Shotgun now for Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Kamara up the middle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Saints are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
A point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now here's Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Look at the big fella go.
And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. And even 50 yards.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes.
That's complete to Tony.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Pete Werner bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The visitors' offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Here's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the Saints first down.
Carr. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 42 yards. And the Saints extend their lead yet again. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot. It's not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mahomes going to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. So he stopped for no gain. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring.
There he goes, right side.
Still going inside the 20.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Saints get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Groupie for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there, it was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Bryan Bresee, his 2nd sack of the night. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
48 yards. And the Saints are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Kamara. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make it.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints continue to pour it on here in the fourth. The point after, good by Groupie. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it at the 42. Gets around him. Another nice move. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 38 now. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Kamara. Shreds the tackle. And now the juke. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 38 yards. And the Saints have got it on cruise control. Here's Grupe for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Chase Young in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll start with a give to Kamara. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. The busy night continues for Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Carr going to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints just continue to roll. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
We'll step aside and get an update. Return to Arrowhead. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Carr. 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, Many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
The point after, good by Grupe. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now here's Mahomes. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And some room to roam now. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the calls. I'm off the clock.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for New Orleans, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in week